Time to shine, don't wait no money, mama said, oh, people are waiting, their expectations. Don't wanna see them, this is your moment, no hesitation. Take the day, feel it, take the way, believe it. You get it out.
Welcome, welcome, welcome on in, you guys. It is so good to have you here on a Saturday afternoon. This company is literally blowing up. I have been in this profession for 14 years. I've never seen, it has been about 10 years that I have seen so many people looking for something like what I'm about to talk to you guys about today. So if you are just coming in, go ahead. That song, when I flew out to Spain a few weeks ago, was literally the international song that every single background, we had, teams from Russia, from Italy, from the UK, everyone was just dancing with energy and just vibrancy, because this culture is like spread so well that everyone from different backgrounds, every race, every religion, like I absolutely love that. In this space, sometimes you can find companies where everybody looks sort of the same. And honestly, what was really important to me was that because we're launching a country, y'all. We're launching the United States and Canada, North America. To be able to do that, that means everyone has to feel welcome. Everyone has to feel like this is a culture that they can see themselves in. They can see themselves winning. So it is an honor to have you here on this Saturday afternoon. If I've not met you before, my name is Jen Purga. I've been a top earner in this space for the last decade. I did take a year and a half off because I was disillusioned. Truly, my heart was a little bit broken by some of the empty promises that were made, because I know what it has done for our family. I found this industry. I left higher education as a and became a mom. And so the hope for me was to be able to raise my boys from home and be able to provide for them while I built a company in the space. And I was able to do that. Network marketing done right is one of the most profound ways to create wealth, generational wealth, will this to somebody else. And we were all looking for this vehicle. And all of a sudden this came in my lap. So there's a gal on this call that I can tell you that she left me a message. It was 111 when she left the message, and then the voicemail came through at 111. And I'm like, this is a sign that I should take this phone call, because I really wasn't looking to get back into building a massive organization and a company. But I couldn't help but deny where this went through. I was on a series of phone calls, and within a week was invited to fly out to Spain to take a look at this company. And truly, this is everyone's dream, to be able to live life and have an income because you live life. And no shame on product companies. I've been in weight loss and, before, but I'm telling you, be able to live life and have that be what you are sharing with people is a whole different ball game. So we flew to Spain. We were able to look eyeball to eyeball with all of the $1 million earners, the top leaders, the newbies, the people that just changing their life, making $500 and traveling again, like the gals from the UK going to Bali as a team. Like that to me was like, these girls are having a great time and making money while they're in Bali for 6 days. Huge to me to be able to say that is something that everyone needs. And you guys, you are on like the 5th phone call or the 5th presentation, which means you're first. So whoever invited you on today, I want you to thank them, because the blue ocean of this company is that this is not discount travel. This is living your life and your life experiences. It's a membership where I'm going to get into the presentation and you're going to see for yourself. This is a very, very lucrative comp plan. In my 15 years or 14 years, I have not seen where the average person can bring in a team of 1,100 people and be making $30,000 a month. That's not you bringing in 1,100 people. That's you and a couple people deciding to go to work and share the vision of this. And mind you, usually your neighbors all know about it. Usually Maroon 5's playing at the concert and you're like, okay, now I dated myself by saying that. And then you don't have, you now have all the competition. In this, you are the first person to share this with somebody. So I just want to tell you, like, what we're about to experience for the next half an hour together is to share with you guys what you are going to get to be first in, and you're going to be blown away. And my hope is on Saturdays, you're loving being on a presentation. So this is not a new company. Right now in our space, you're getting inundated with discount apps. People that are like, there's travel on my app and there's travel here. This is not what this company is. The sole focus of our company, we're able to look Yoni in the eyeballs, our owner. This is a single owner. The company is debt-free. It was founded in 2015. So to me, what spoke volumes is this is an 8-year-old experience solely focused on travel that made it through COVID, that's operating on 5 continents. It has over 500,000 members, y'all, which means, and I'm from California, I'm not even from Texas, but I'm telling you, y'all, there's 500,000 travelers that love what they are experiencing, even if they are a customer on our app. It's very inexpensive to be a customer and the benefits pay for itself. But those of you guys who are like, I'm looking at a business opportunity because you are getting to be first, we are disrupting the travel industry. And if you guys have like do you call your Chat GPT robot yet, like a girl's name or a boy's name? Well, my Chat GPT's name is Chad. And when I asked Chad how great travel was compared to products, he said, products was the old economy, and no hate on it, but the life experiences and people actually living is the new economy. And so that is what you're looking at right now, is that this company, MWR, is making wishes real. Either that's for yourself, or a lot of us are parents. And we want to make wishes real for our children. We want to make wishes real for our grandchildren. We want to make wishes and travel real so that they can have their toes in the sand. You know, Veronica, Heather, who's on here, when she was like, I just want to work out and travel with my friends. And I was like, amen. You know, so for those of you guys who are like, you just want to work out, you want to live your life, you want to be with your children or grandchildren, or maybe you don't, you just want to be with your friends. This is an opportunity where you can make wishes real, and it's on a membership, you guys. We're not travel agents. We are not selling trips where 3 years from now, after you've priced out the Disney vacation, you then get paid on it. You are literally sharing a membership that's affordable and can be free for the people who partner with you. And we're going to share you why, because this is an innovative membership that's digital. So that's why our owner can pay so much out to you guys. It will actually make your mind blown. You'll spin thinking like, really, all I have to do is this, and I would share with the whole country, and I can actually make that type of income. The answer is yes. So why it works is because hotels are, they're sales to the public with mainly 3 carriers, and those are then offered at wholesale. And that is through like booking.com, Expedia, or hotels.com. How many of y'all booked through there, right? So put in the comments, you guys, where you're coming in from, because my guess is everyone is from a different location. But here's what they do. They invest millions of dollars in marketing, and therefore that's who buys from them, from the websites. But here what Travel Advantage, so I told you our company's name is MWR Life, Making Wishes Real Life. That is the network marketing or business arm of this company where you build your company. Travel Advantage is the travel portal, the lifestyle experiences, the luxury shopping mall. That's all on what's called Travel Advantage. So guess why this is massive? Because those 500,000 worldwide users, they're going through Travel Advantage, that portal. They don't even know that there's a business opportunity attached to it unless they find out. So this is what's big, is like a lot of people are like, I don't know about, this style of marketing, but the way that this is marketing is it's directly wholesale. And you guys getting the rating on Trust Finder, 4.8 on the rating is beats booking.com rating, 4.8. So when I asked our owner, I was like, so why is that a big deal? He goes, because Trust Finder, the way that they actually get ratings is because the consumer who goes through and rates it actually loves the way that they book through our app. You're going to see that you can actually save taxes every time you book and get additional travel credits. So it's literally a no-brainer. The only question is, which membership do you choose? Like, that's like the hardest problem, is to figure out, because we all are seeing, how many of you guys are seeing digital is the way to go? At the end of the day, you don't have to wait for a transformation. I mentioned I've been in weight loss. I started at 234 pounds and now I'm down to 140, but I would have to constantly show you my like before and my after and all the things. And then people are dependent on you having a transformation before they make a decision. Well, here you go somewhere and you post a picture and you talk about how fun it is when you go and how they can join and do it with you and have a travel savings account. That's literally our business. So you get to live your life and have fun doing it. And if you don't want to go anywhere fun yet, you want to just build the business first, post videos of travel, because that's what we're talking about, memberships. Things like Zoom or Netflix that come out every single month that are on auto ship so that people can actually have that. So Elite is the first option. It's 120 loyalty points per month. So with that Elite membership, you now get dollar for dollar travel savings account. So Matt, I always look at, see, like, could a mom in Iowa win? Because if a mom in Iowa who has, 3 to 5 kids on average, or how many of you guys know anyone in Iowa? How many kids do they have? So in that, usually they have a few kids, but they can't really afford to go to the Maldives. It's not in their plan. They're like trying to feed their family, right? So what I love about this membership is they're going to book one trip a year, most likely the average family, and it's a dream trip. I'll show you those in a minute. But what they're really thinking is, what can I do with this membership? Well, one, if they book any dance competitions, soccer weekends, if they have, sporting events for basketball or tennis or whatever sport your kids play, insert the sport, that means that they get to save 150% price match guarantee against booking.com. So this membership that they're paying $120 a month is actually going towards a trip of a lifetime that they want to take once a year. And the points don't expire, and you can use all of them every 12 months so that you can use it on a dream trip. Now, if you use Turbo, which we joke because we say turbo all the time, get turbo, but turbo, why it's a no-brainer if you're a business person is it's a one-time add-on. And it doubles those loyalty points every month. So if you spread that out in your mind, like over a year, like that's an extra, what, $12 a month or something? I can't do the math, 20 something. So on that, you add that together. Now every single month you're getting $240, like literal cash to use towards your trip to Greece. Where do you guys want to go? You guys want to go to the Grand Tetons? You guys want to go to Dubai? Where do you want to go? And in your mind, you're thinking, all I need to do is find people that actually have a trip in mind they want to go on once a year, or they can use these loyalty points throughout the month as well. So that's the hardest part. On our app, though, you guys, there's a club which has great experiences you're going to see. There's the life experience tab. I'll show you in a minute. There's a lifestyle mall. I don't want you to get caught in the weeds because people start going like, there's too many things. We're doing life experiences and membership, and the add-on is the club. The add-on is the lifestyle mall. The add-on is artificial. And so AI, imagine you have always been like, you're planning the trip for your family. Like, I'm taking my 2 boys to Oahu. That's where they want to go. And I had the AI plan their trip. And so I'll show you how it works. But how many of you guys don't want to be customer service? Raise your hand if you don't want to be customer service. You don't want to be the person who's on and helps everybody. Well, this is the best part. You're not customer service when they book their trip, and you're not customer service for the company. We actually have customer support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's already in 8 languages. So you know that your guests, if you build a global business, this is predominantly over in Europe, right? Russia, Romania, Paris, UK, like those are we are not in the US and Canada. You are it, people. So you're the first. When we sat in the audience in Spain, we had the headphones on and listened to all the jokes that came through. We were the delayed people being like, ha ha, like after the joke came through, because we finally got it after they said it in French. So, just so you know, like you're first. But this is an 8-year-old company. So this is what it looks like if you are planning something like the Maldives or Bora Bora. Those are on a lot of our dream trip options. But on other platforms, it's like $5.96 a night. On Travel Advantage, which is our app, it's like $298 for the whole stay, where you could price it out and have it be like closer to $20,000. On ours, it's closer to $9,000 for that same time. You explore Miami, it's like 40% off. Rome, the same, 55% off. And so that's exactly like, it's like, you don't now have to be a planner. You got to be a shower-upper. You don't have to be the event planner. You literally can be the shower-upper and enjoy where you're headed. So this is what AI does. This is like the next revolution. And it's not ChatGPT. Yes, you can go and say, ChatGPT, I'm going to Rome. Chad, where would you recommend I go? And he'll plan it out a little bit, but it's not like this. This is what our AI does. Where do you want to go? Dubai is what we asked. Okay, who's coming with me? Just me, partner, friends. Okay, so they picked family, and now they picked medium budget. Now they're going to select 5 things at a minimum, maybe food, worry-free shore excursions, bus tours. And now AI auto-populates this and tells them the most effective, you put in, because you put in medium budget, it's probably going to kick out more like 4-star, 3-star things. If you put a higher budget, it would give you more luxury options. Here, it's going to give you these, options for hotels. So right now we're in phase 1. Phase 1 is that it tells you the options. Phase 2, which is we're hearing about 90 days out, you're going to be able to have yourself where you saw those tickets that it planned for you, and it said like go to this restaurant and go to the calls, go to this location, and then you're going to be able to swap those things. See right here where it shows you like where you can go and what you can do. Right now, it just gives you those recommendations, 5-star things. You're going to be able to, on phase 2 of this, add to cart. So imagine the time that would save your customer, your business partners, when they're planning any trip. Like I'm going to Oahu with teenagers. They got issues arguing over who's going to do what. And so that instead, now I'm just like, well, this one said we should go here. Book it, like this is what was the best recommendation. Now you don't have to be the travel agent or the person that's, with fights in your family. It's actually done for you through AI right here. So this is the part though that got me, because I love that the add-on is that we save every time we book. Like when I booked my flights, now flights are not usually a discount on most travel apps, just so you know. It's usually about 2 to 5%. But when on our app with flights, you actually get to earn travel credits every time you book your things. So I found though Hawaiian Airlines, even my Amex, when I was using my Delta miles to find great flights to Hawaii, I was actually going to have to pay $700 to $950 a flight. When I went to our app, it was $427 for those flights. Not only that, but then I got 1,600 travel credits, and now I get to use those for future travel or whatever. I also used my my credit card that gives me mileage. So now I double dipped on getting my own mileage. I got credits through this, and I saved massive money on that, which I hadn't seen on flights. Same with our hotel, was able to do the same thing. But here's what I love. Life experiences that are what we want. And you guys are first in Canada and North America. So when you go to the experience tab, you're going to be like, they're all in like Morocco or Egypt or, like Dubai, whatever. Guess what? We just flew to Miami with 15 6- and 7-figure earners just this last week. And they all gave the list of the top 10 locations we want to go in Canada and the United States. Things like Hawaii, things like Niagara Falls, things like, where we want to go to Grand Tetons in Wyoming, different variations. And you guys are part of the core group of launching this company with us, which means we need to know where's your dream bucket list here in the US? New York, is it, there's things on Vegas, but here, so you're looking at Morocco, October 3rd, 31st through the 4th. This is a 5-star all-inclusive location. You get transfers to and from the airport. So I looked at this also from like, there's a lot of coaches in our industry that take people to masterminds or retreats. This is another thing you could use this for, is yes, for families, for people, friend trips. But another thing is if you're leading a mastermind or you have a team and you're like, hey, why don't we go on this trip? You get to apply 300 loyalty points, which are those dollar for dollar travel savings account. Now they're going to a 5-star all-inclusive to the airport for $299 a person. Y'all, $299 a person, and they book their flights. But that's what I think is incredible, is the life experiences. Like this Cairo, Egypt. It's going to expand your mind and everyone else's mind to know, like, I can go on these experiences. And now I apply 350 loyalty credits to this. This is more of like a deluxe experience. So this actually is $349 per person, 4-star hotel. You get transfers to and from the airport, lunch is included, visit to the pyramids, entrance to a museum, like the mosque. This is all included. So now you're not a travel agent. You're just saying, like, pick a trip. And every year, so one of the biggest questions we've been asked is, when do the new ones roll out? The first Tuesday of every month. there are new trips that rolled out. So like, and if you have Elite Turbo, you get to actually get on those trips first. You have an hour earlier than the general public to book those experiences because you chose to do Elite Turbo with your membership. So that would be, those are the trips that we are seeing right now. Another benefit is there's a lifestyle mall. Some of you guys who like, you know, Apple products and you want to know that you can buy an Apple. Let me just show you over here. Okay, so this is our portal. Let me go out to cars, like experiences, this. Okay, so we're just gonna go here to the luxury lifestyle mall. This is an add-on, you guys. This is just an extra perk. The main thing is the membership, but guess what you get to do? If you go here to electronics, now some of you guys like cute purses, cute handbags, put your dream handbag in the comments. Gentlemen are like, we want electronics. Okay, so this is what you can look at. You can look at the iPhones, Samsung tablets, Apple Watches, but we're talking like an iPhone Pro Max. You click on that, now you get to actually save $300 basically. You earn, you can apply up to 28 loyalty points, saves you money, but guess what? You earn 1,200 travel credits by shopping from your own back office. So this is just a tab that you get to do and experience because you are now a member and your members get to do the very same thing. So I just wanted to make sure that you saw that because, you know, and then the life experience tab where you're able to see, this is where you go to see the life experience. When you're new, you also get to save 10% on any new life experience. You're going to see things like Las Vegas for $4.99. You can apply 350 loyalty credits, y'all. So that's like, I mean, think about where do you want to save and go to? And that's what you get to do. New York City over the 4th of July. So if you don't have plans yet, you may love that one. There's Phuket where you get to go and have 6 days, 5 nights in Phuket. You can use 100% of your loyalty points, 399 per person, and you get to book that. Like that is where, you know, for 6 days, 5 nights in July. So just be thinking, the hardest part is figuring out where you actually want to go. So let me go back to, hold on a second. Okay, let's go back to what does it look like to get started with us? The biggest question will be, which membership do you choose and how fast do you get started? There is a $20 customer option for those people that we know. Like I mentioned, there's 500,000 active users. A lot of them are customers. There's only 10% of them are ambassadors that are making money by promoting this. A lot of people just want access to this app to be able to save money, beat booking.com on their travel, earn like every hotel that I've booked or looked to book, you get to save taxes. So now not only do you earn travel credits, but you actually save on your taxes as well. So here's where it gets exciting. And at the very end, I'm going to shut off the recording and we're going to answer questions. But I want you to understand where the money is in this plan is every which direction. It's literally a blessing. You get to turn around and say, you bring 2 people in on that elite membership in your first 14 days, you earn a $150 fast start bonus. Guess what it also does? It covers your membership. So imagine now you don't have to pay the $120 a month. And even if you came in at Turbo, it still doubles it, you guys. Even if you have 2 who get 1, now your membership is literally covered. You do that faster in 7 days, you get that bonus and it resets right after you hit it. You can do it again within the next 7 days, hit that fast start again. So what I look for, and a lot of the leaders that are on that also looked for this in a company is, can my people make money? Not just can like leaders make money. Can the average person who wants to share this, who wants to be first in the US and Canada, can they make money? And the answer is a resounding yes, because you can help people bring in a couple who are first in their state, city, or province in the first 7 days, and they make those bonuses, okay? So here's what you make on your own enrollment. You're building 2 teams, but a lot of people freak out when I say you're building a binary. They're like, oh my gosh, I've done that. It's the worst. I don't want to do it because then no, that's not how this works. This is like you put in your own personals as if it's a unilevel, and then you drop people left and right, and you have a waiting room 30 days to do that. So we'll keep going through that part. But however, you get to every time someone comes in, if there's a VIP customer for $20 who just wants access to our platform, they don't get access to the life experiences, they don't start having dollar for dollar savings, but they do get access to the flights and hotel booking for $20. That first month, you as the person who brought them in, you also make $20. That's how much the company is like, this is a no-brainer to at least start savings. Now imagine your person who comes in as a $20 customer is like, oh my gosh, I want to share this with people. Well, they're now, because they're not an ambassador yet, they're just a customer. They don't go in your organization, but they start collecting travel, points. You're the one who gets paid on those. But as you have customers, you get paid $20 every single VIP customer. In my opinion, right now, we are not looking for customers. You will get them by default. We are looking for leaders because we're launching the country. So when you bring in an elite, you now get $40. And if you bring an elite turbo, you get $80. So combined together. Right now, bonuses, every 2 people that you bring in like this, you get doubled. Just know you're going to literally just keep getting paid. Every day I see like $20, $30, $50, $200, and I just got started. So it's like constant cash flow. I'm going to show you how this works. So if you do have customers, say you have somebody who is amazing on TikTok or Instagram, they have a huge following, and they're not, they already share products. They're not ready to like share travel yet, but you know that if they just mentioned that you could, start getting discounts on hotels and bookings, that's a $20 customer. They can have as many customers as they want. 100 customers gives you an extra 25%. So somebody could bring in, like we have a friend that has 10,000, could easily have 10,000 people, as customers. That's an extra $200,000 for her. And then $50,000 a month because of the membership. So just be knowing like customers are good for business, but right now we're building leaders. And so let me show you what the builder bonus looks like. So we've just been starting to get to build. And so in a couple weeks, I hit the rank of titanium. So I'm just going to use myself, for example. You do not lose your rank here, you guys. So once you hit the rank of titanium, once you hit the rank of diamond, once you hit the rank of emerald, you don't lose this portion. Where a lot of companies, once you hit that rank, you derank and you don't get that money anymore. You have to revamp it up. They know that even if you start rebuilding, it's like it gives the incentive to the leader to not leave because they're able to then get the higher builder bonuses as they bring people in. So imagine you're the platinum in your team, you're making $20 and $40 on top of those other things I was saying as your team is enrolling. So you get to stack builder bonuses on every enrollment team as you build it. So that is something where this in and of itself can make a huge income for you. The boost bonuses, when you hit the rank of gold, which is, let's see, 18 people in your team, and you get 6 new elite enrollments, you now hit a $600 bonus, and you can do that in a week period. You can also, for the platinum, 12 new elites, you now make $1,200 as a bonus. So there's just money in multiple ways from your enrollment team. And then now I'm going to talk about the binary team. When you're building 2 teams, you may get spillover, especially right now, because we are brand new launching all of Canada and all of the United States. So think about who's the first person in Canada. So if I would think about Nikki, who's the first person in Canada, she's literally like, as she builds, and then you have, Angela and like Natalie, all the people that are first in those countries. Yes, I get super excited about this, but they're the first people. So imagine you're first in Wyoming, you're first in Chicago, you're first wherever. Now your job is just to share. In the dual team, you're going to place left and right. As your teams go, we'll help you with this part. But imagine having, only having 1,000 people in your whole organization. How fast do you think you could do that in brand new country builds where there's nobody here yet? You could get to 1,000 people pretty quickly. That is $9,000 in monthly earnings just on the dual team. That's not even on those boost bonuses I was talking about. What happens when they are put together is it's about an $18,000 a month income. When we're talking about 1,000 people, members, elite members in your organization, you're literally able to make $18,000 on the dual team, right? With just 2 teams, and then having 1,000 people that are built out. That is what that looks like, including the boost bonus and your duels. We looked at like, how many of you guys are going to go diamond? Because the reality is, how many people are in your city and state and province? 2,500 people is a members on elite membership that stay on because they want the discounts, but mainly they want to book a trip every year and use 100% of their credits to do so. That's a $50,000 a month income, you guys. And it's a tax write-off to be able to be an elite bonus as well. So there is a car bonus. Here's what we thought was funny is because you're beginning North America. When we sat at the table with our owner, all of 15 of us were like, hey, North America cars are even more expensive. They're like 700, so he's like, well, maybe we'll have to up it. So you guys are at the forefront of helping shape a company that is not a startup. It has a track record and proven already. So I think some of these, people care and some don't, but just want you to know along the way, like you can earn trips, presidential retreat when you get to different ranks. We watched somebody hit diamond in 5 months in Russia, and literally a Mercedes came up from the stage. He earned a $15,000 bonus on top of it. This is again where you're making $50,000 a month. And he had a Rolex come down from the sky. So it was like blown away. This company goes all out. This is not a startup. You're already going to have the events be top notch. Like, have you ever been in a company where it's a startup and the events are kind of like, where's the balloons? Where's the fanfare? Where's the energy? And this is not that. This is literally a very professional 8 years in building. They know what works, what doesn't work, what works to drive sales. That is what you're partnering with. There's all kinds of recognition. This is not fake diamonds. This is literal actual diamonds and Rolex. Some of you are motivated by that. Some of you may not be, but you can take 50% from the spillover in your team. So as you're working and you're first in the market, most likely you're going to have spillover because everyone's launching as fast as possible to be able to have this be an experience of a lifetime. So here's what I want to go ahead and do now. And then I'm going to answer questions for those of you guys who have stayed on this long. Feel free to jump off if you are not ready to be part of our launch team. I basically wanted to make sure you understood your volume doesn't flush. Your volume continues month after month. Like literally, if you're somebody who's like at the end of the month, I kept getting messages. People be like, I'm so sorry. I know it's month end. And I'm like, what? This is not that. This is like, you can rank up today. You can rank up again tomorrow. You don't have to push volume at the end of the month. Your volume does not flush. It stays in your organization. Okay. Also, you don't derank. This is not waiting on transformations. This is digital. So that is why there's so much money being given back to the field because you actually, I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. Oh, sweet. Heather says she bought a pair of Tom Ford sunglasses. Okay, I can't see the price. Hold on. I think she says 99. That's crazy. That's incredible. Okay, Shannon, this is where I start to get confused. Okay, let me know and I can keep going. Okay, love it. Sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure I answered your questions. Okay, so here's where I'm going to go over. For those of you guys who are like, no, I actually would love to know what it would be like to launch a country. This is where the owners, when Heather and I looked at them and basically said, here's what we'd want for a launch team for those of us and the 15 of us that flew out. We basically said we want to make sure that North America is launched correctly because we don't want it to be a debacle. And they're like, this is not our first rodeo. We just are looking for leadership in the US and Canada. So this is what we basically put together, a year-long plan of what it looks like for you to be first in your market, your country. Okay, so we know that people right now, there's such a huge move to be able to brand yourselves and post where you are, that we are going to do an official team leadership kickoff for any of you guys who hit the rank of gold by the end of July, so August 1st, you're invited officially out to Cancun. It's going to be a mastermind leadership experience. You get to apply 300 of your loyalty points, which along the way, you're earning this for free. So now you get to apply this and it makes it about $440 per person if you're gold. If you hit platinum, this is covered. The only thing you would pay for is your flight. But this is our team kickoff leadership experience. We're thinking we'll probably have about 50 to 100 people that decide to come to this with us August 15th through 19th as far as a leadership kickoff trip. But then from there, we know that a lot of you guys who are like, we're going to get to this trip, that is your first goal. I mean, there's already 3 of us that earned this trip already, and we've only been here for a few minutes. Like, so it's doable, y'all. It's very, very doable. But we're going to do a pre-launch event in September. So be thinking right now as you're positioning people in your organization, part in September, what that would look like. We're now getting the leaders to say, we're all going to lock arms together. We're going to have an experience of some kind because that's what we're sharing. And then we're going to have some training, some celebration, some basic, like, here we go to go dominate all of the US and Canada and what that looks like. So it's going to be here, and corporate will be coming to experience that with us. We know by around December, we're going to load up another wave of leaders because y'all are going to create such a splash in the industry that by around December 1st to the 4th, all leaders everywhere start thinking, where am I going to plant my flag in the new year? That's what everyone starts thinking in December. Where am I going to be building? Where am I going to be doing? Did I get to live my life at all? Or was I doing something I didn't love doing? Right around December, that beginning part, they're thinking that. So we're going to be doing it's kind of like a team experience / fly-in and high-level mastermind around that beginning of December portion so that we can celebrate and cast vision for those that want to be in position to run and have a blast and make a ton of money and make an impact in January. So mid-January, we're going to do vision. We're going to do training from top leaders and celebration. And this is going to be the official North America launch. So you guys will be part of this piece, so it gives you kind of a runway to know this is kind of the framework that we're working towards. Our vision, like literally, we had a moment, Heather and I sat on this bed in Spain, and we both kind of at the same time had this vision of like the Miami Heat Arena. I know it's not called that anymore. It's called the American Airlines Arena. But we literally had this vision of like, we're going to fill the Miami Heat Arena with 19,000 people that all want to live more. They want to have diverse backgrounds. They want to have one group of global like community that all want to do this together to help people make more money with less people, live their lives, and have a blast. And so our mission is literally to do that in the next year, the next calendar year. What would your life look like if you just didn't think that hard and you just went with what your gut says, which is, I know I want to do different. I know I want to live more. I know I want to put my feet more in the sand or on the mountains, and I want to make more income digitally, get paid every day, get paid once a week on your residuals. Like that is the movement that we're doing together. More time for families, more trips together, and more income that you get to actually be first here to launch North America. So you guys, it's been an honor to have you on Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms and all the dads that support those ladies and those families. Like, we're so grateful that you're on today. This call is officially a wrap, and I'm going to then I'm going to stop recording. And any one of you guys who have questions, because we know you want to get started and get your position, I'm going to answer those questions now. So hold on one second. Let me stop recording and stop. Okay, stop share. All right.